Alright y'all, what's good? We are doing a 2K20 My League. So if you don't know me, I'm a huge Detroit Pistons fan, and one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Pistons season since I've been watching was Blake Griffin in 2019. One of seriously the most underrated seasons I think probably ever. If we had been a better team that year, he'd probably have been in MVP talks. And basically what we're going to do here, we are going to end his career in a much better way than he ended it in real life, and get him into the Hall of Fame. So that 2019 season I'm talking about, 24, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 46, 36, 35 minutes a game. And he made almost 200 threes in a season when before that his most made was just over 100. Playing in 75 of the 82 games, having 21 double-doubles, which was the most since like 2014, and 2 triple-doubles. He was just awesome. So what we're going to do, we're going to get him on this Clippers team that in 2020 just made the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard deals happen. And yeah, so let's get that done first. First and foremost, we got to go get Blake. So is there a trade that I can do? Okay, no trades for Blake. A trade for Andre though? No. All right, Lou Will's got some decent value. So does Montrez. Low-key. Let's just hold on. We might as well have Shea here too, right? I'm just curious, what do they have his like potential at? 86. He looks so bare in this too. All right, so we got Shea. He'll be our point guard for this, no lie. All right, I just traded Gallinari and Beverly for Drew. Now Drew should be able to get me like either Blake or Andre, right? No, damn. All right, well Brad Beal is 4 stars, so we'll go grab him, and then hopefully we can flip him for Blake maybe. I'm willing to give up like the farm and picks, by the way. Nope, can't get it done with Brad, so let's just keep trying to move on from him. We can though go get Andre and Chris Wood. I am gonna do this and then see if they want Drummond back for Blake maybe. We can go get DeMar. Dude, why is this so hard? Blake. All right, let me go grab some more first round picks if I can. They got Terrence Mann looking like a child in this. I guess he kind of was. He's 23. All right, the Pistons will give me their first. I'm gonna end up having to give up way too much for Blake. All right, JaMychal Green and Landry Shamet give me Brunson and a first from Dallas. That has to be enough. Go over to the Pistons. This Dallas pick, unprotected. Finally got it done. It took like all of our picks. Andre Drummond, but we do have Blake Griffin on the Clippers with Shea starting, Paul George at the 2, Kawhi at the 3, Blake at the 4, Zubac at the 5. Now the bench looks atrocious, so let's go see, is there anybody? Oh, Dwight's here. Can I get him on a min? Oh my god. Okay, anybody want a minimum though? Like, I can't afford to pay all of you guys $6 million, right? Yeah, no, we're at minimum territory now. Tyreek, oh my god. Okay, Michael Beasley, you want to go play at a minimum? Fuck it, they're step ups from what we got. Dwight becomes our starter. Actually, this is kind of wild. Okay, Zubac, Tyreek, Brunson, JR. I might just let them be on the team. Why not? The other thing I want to do, there's like no way I could get Chris Paul, right? Yeah, not without giving up one of our max guys just because of the money situation. Tell me why this game low-key looks better to me than 2K25. Honestly, take Zubac. Clippers had a bunch of bad contracts on this team. Damn. Even giving up all this, we're still 15 mil over. There's probably no way I can make this happen, right? I'm gonna go try. We're just gonna get the whole band back together. All right, you know what? It's gonna take too much work, so we're just gonna run with this 5. It's a good 5. Yeah, it's a really good 5. We'll even shorten the bench a little. Brunson can play. Brunson can still play that 20. Honestly, the last 6 minutes are just gonna go to Blake. Now, if you've never seen me do one of these, I do mess with tendencies to kind of like help what we want happen, or what we want to have happen. Oh, they don't even have touches as a tendency? Interesting. So we're gonna look at Blake's attributes. Obviously, the driving, standing dunk, all this is still good. Mid-range, damn, he has a 45 mid-range. 3, okay. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, easily up this close shot into the 90s. He's gonna shoot that bitch all the time. It's way too good for him not to. Mid-range, we'll just don't shoot that. 3-pointer, we can up to like a 70, that's fine. Contested mid-range, never. There's no reason. Now his driving layup is an 83, so definitely want to up this. Driving dunk still a 93. We'll up the alley-oop as well. Up this putback, his crash tendency. And we're definitely gonna up his drive tendency a lot. His finish, oh, touches is all the way down here. Interesting. Versus a poor defender, we're gonna have him ISO a lot. Versus an average, it can be pretty solid too, but versus good, never. We don't need to do that, Blake. Play discipline wheel up as well. And we're also gonna up some of these just so hopefully he can get a couple more stocks a game. All right, so I think he should be good. He's gonna play 40 minutes now. What does Doc? Oh, you can still set this in this? Thank God. This is dope. They got rid of like setting these scoring options in the newer 2K, so get to the basket, shoot at will. All right, so I think it looks good. We're going to simcast the first game once I figure out how to get back to the calendar. Okay, it's against the Lakers, so this is a big game. Lakers, Clippers, so far so good, and we are blowing them out. Kawhi with 31, 8 and 5, Dwight with 24 and 7, Paul George 23 and 2, Blake with only 10 and 10. Disappointing start, but that's okay. He got got up to 15 and 14, played 37 minutes. Even Dwight shot more shots than him. Game 2 against the Warriors seems to be going okay as well. Blake with 23, 9 and 1, 2:30 left, and they're going to beat us. Blake finished with 24, 9 and 1. You know what I'm also going to up? I wasn't going to, but if he's not going to be getting assists at all, we need to up his dish. I'm also going to lower Kawhi's touches as well as Paul George, as well as Tyreek and Michael Beasley's. God damn, why is everyone's touches so high? All right, something like that. We're going to sim like the first 10 games and just see how we are. So through 10 games, we're 9 and 1. That one loss was to the Warriors. And Blake's averaging about 24, 8.5, and 8 assists, 49% shooting, and 37 from three-pointer. So pretty happy with that. He isn't the leading scorer though. That goes to Kawhi. Let's see how much difference there's been in the first couple months. Where are the split stats? All right. So October was just a couple games. He was averaging about 22, 8.5, and 7. So this is more what I expect to see from him. About 26, 8.5, and 9 assists. Damn. So it looks like his numbers are going up. So we will go another 10 games, or actually we'll just go to the end of November and see how it is. End of November, we lost one more game, I think, and Blake is up to 27.5, 9 rebounds and 9 assists, 52 from the field and 40 from 3. Actual insanity. Also, I'm just gonna say I didn't mess with any of his like attributes, but team chemistry's off, injuries off, progressive fatigue, all that stuff's off. Christmas Day, we blow out the Lakers. Shea had 25 and 6, Blake with 19, 7 and 11. Bad shooting, but that's okay. The other guys picked us up. Dwight 22 and 6. He's averaging about 14 and 10 this year. Damn. At the end of January, we are 39 and 10. Blake Griffin leads the way in the most valuable player award. Ben Simmons in here, averaging pretty similar stats, honestly, to Blake, but I have to assume we're just so much better of a team. One thing I want to check out is the All-Star draft. I forgot this was even a thing. Do I have to make? All right, we'll be LeBron, whatever. I don't know. He will not be an All-Star starter. Andre Drummond is, and Kawhi. We could have had Andre. All right, let me just see what team Blake ends up on, and he ends up on LeBron's team on the bench. Pretty dang good bench. Paul George also made it, so we have 3 All-Stars. So Blake's points per game is dipping a little bit, just under 26, still averaging 8.7 rebounds and 8.9 assists. Really great play. I'm not mad at all. We're not going to make any trades. Team's really good, and I like how some of our young pieces could develop. Team Giannis beat Team LeBron. Blake only had 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting. Season is over, and Blake Griffin is the MVP. His points did dip down to 25, rebounds 8.2, assists 8.4, but still 49 from field, 35 from 3, 81% from free throw, and we won 66 games. Your rookie of the year is Ja. Look at how young he looks. Sixth man of the year is Boogie, averaging 19 and 7. Kawhi is your defensive player of the year, which I didn't even think about. Terry Rozier, most improved player, and Doc Rivers, your coach of the year. First team, this is back when they had like the positions too. I got to think about that. So Blake, Giannis, Andre, AD second team, and third team Kawhi. Defensive first Kawhi, and that rounds it out for us. Rookie first and rookie second team look like this. And in round 1, we take on the Spurs, who obviously have like DeMar. They got DeJounte, Derek White, LaMarcus, and Boban starting at the 5. Okay. Rudy Gay off the bench, along with DeMar Carroll, Patty Mills, Trey Lyles, Marco Bellinelli, Bryn Forbes, Lonnie Walker. So there's like still a bunch of guys left over from like their really good years. Like Patty Mills is still here. Bellinelli was on some of those better teams. So this actually could be a tough matchup for us. Blake will be guarding LaMarcus. The rest of the matchups I feel fine about though. We'll just simulate game 1. Wait, you can't just simulate a game? Am I tripping? There's no like just simulate game option, right? Okay, I guess we'll just simulate. Or wait, simulating with round gonna be slow enough? We'll try it. Yeah, it is. So we go up 3-0 in the playoffs. Blake's averaging about 20 and 11 and 9. Not great. Percentages are all bad, but that's okay. And we do sweep the Spurs to take on the 5th seeded Houston Rockets. The year they had Russ, they got Harden. Pretty dang good team. I think we should be all right though. We got defenders at the positions, and we do. We win that game or series in 5. And now to take on the 3rd seeded Portland Trailblazers. Good for them, honestly. Dame's obviously really good. CJ's still pretty good. Steven Adams and Nurkic and Whiteside. They got Pau Gasol off the bench. Korver's here. Young Anthony Simons. And it's 3-2. Checking out game 6. They have a lead. Couple minutes left. 35 seconds left. We're up by 5. 23-20. And we do win this series 113-104 in the last game. Kawhi had 42 and 8. We're in the finals to go against the Philadelphia 76ers, who are where we thought they would probably be, but they never ended up making it to. So Ben Simmons 88 overall, Tobias 86, Joel Embiid 92. This is the year they had Horford, Mike Scott, and Kyle O'Quinn kind of like occupy the same spot in my mind, like in my brain. Semi Ojale, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I always think of him when I think of Yabusele. Ironically, both Philly and Boston players. Shake Milton's here. Okay, we should be okay, right? I mean, we'll put Paul George on Ben, and yeah, Blake and Tobias will kind of even each other out, and then Dwight will guard Embiid. Now, I feel fine about that. Kind of a revenge series for Blake and Tobias as they were traded for each other in this 2017-18 season. I really liked Tobias when we had him the first time around, and I like him now as a Pistons fan, I should say. Game 1, we are losing. We are winning now. Let's see if we slow down, if it becomes a one possession game at any point. We actually are extending our lead, up 6. Uh-oh, only up 3. We'll hop in here. 30 seconds left, up 3 in game 1 of the NBA Finals. Oh, hell no. I am not playing. All right, Kawhi inbounds it. Why does the court look better in this game, bro? Honestly, like, this is very comparable to what 2K25 looks like, I feel like. MIDI by Kawhi is greened. My controller speaker's on? What are we doing, 2K? So Kawhi gives us the 5-point lead with 19 seconds left. We should be all right, at least in this game. Look at how young Zubac and Shea look. Blake's the player of the game in game 1. Had 26 on 11 of 24 shooting. It's really not the best, but Josh Richardson inbounds it to Embiid. Embiid going against Zubac. Did Dwight block that? I don't know. 12 seconds, and we are going to win game 1. They kind of concede. They don't foul till late. I don't really have any fears that they come back. And we do win this one 123 to 117. Blake had 26, 10, and 4. Paul George with 20, 10, and 3. Shea had 18 and 4. Let's go see what kind of season he had. About 9 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. I'm just curious, like, did they know he was this pretty dang good? Oh yeah, they got his MIDI good. His three's pretty solid. All right, so we're up 1-0. Honestly, we should be fine. We really should be fine this series. Game 2, I am going to simcast them all, see if we can get some gameplay, some fun gameplay. 2K20 was honestly one of the 2Ks I played the least of. I was just starting college, and it was my first year of college, and I was like just out doing stuff every day. And we do win game 2 by 15. Kawhi had 49 and 6. Yeah, this series is a wrap. It's a wrap. We go into Philly. We are trailing in game 3, and we do lose game 3 by 9. 25, 7, and 7 for Blake. 20, 10, and 4 for Kawhi. Ben had 24, 7, and 4. He's averaging about 27 and a half in the playoffs on 62% from the field. 9 rebounds and 8 assists. And we actually are going to lose game 4 as well. Ben Simmons had 45, 3, and 9. Embiid with 33 and 13. Okay, the one thing I'm really going to do, Brunson's been bad in the playoffs. We're going to take away all of his minutes. We're going to shorten the bench to about 8, and then the rest of the minutes are just going to go to our stars. And off the bench, Zubac can play about 30 as well. Game 5, tie series. We're back at home. We are back and forth this game. 2:46 left. Up by 10. Make it 12. And that'll do it for this game. We do go up in the series 3-2. 39 for Kawhi. Blake kind of struggling a little bit, averaging about 24, 8, and 8. But he could be an NBA champion for the first time in his career with a win here. And it looks like it's about to happen. Actually, hold on now. We are up 8 with 25 seconds left. We'll hop in here. This series should be done and dusted. I'm going to see if I can get a bucket with Blake real quick. He's got a near triple-double, just missing the points. Somebody fouled somebody. Ben Simmons fouled Shea off the ball. Free throw. Oh my God. This game looks pretty, bro. The reflections on the court legitimately look better than what they have right now. They took everybody out. All right, let me get one with Brunson then. Somebody get open. All right, we'll try and run some with Brunson and Beasley in his eye. Damn. All right, we are NBA champions though. Bro, this game literally looks damn good. I honestly think this looks a little better than 2K25. Look at, he got stretch marks. Is that something that's still in 2K? And also, here's one thing I don't get to. Let me rant about 2K for a minute. Instead of just making a new ring celebration every year, why not just keep the ones that they've had, just bring them all back so that randomly they trigger like differently so that you're not getting the same animation every year. We've had like 5 or 6 championship animations. We've had like the podium ones. We've had this. We had, you know, where they go and see the president. Obviously that's way old 2Ks, but like, I'm just saying, like, instead of just taking stuff out, imagine if it was all in the game and it all just triggered randomly. So you're seeing all these different you know, whatever, man. Whatever, 2K. We won. NBA champions, Blake Griffin, first time NBA champion. And actually, I forget how old he is here. He actually won Finals MVP, which I'm surprised about. Averaged about 24, 8, and 6. Bad shooting, but apparently that was enough. Player retirements, kind of the usual suspects. Wow, there's really not a lot of guys here. Nowadays in 2K, there's like 50 guys you got to scroll through. Hall of Fame, Vince Carter, obviously. Draft lottery, we shouldn't have a pick, I don't think. Yeah, the Nets have our pick. Sam Cassell is our assistant coach. That's dope. Oh my God, I forgot John Beeline was an NBA coach for a second. We're gonna fire our assistant GM, just see if we can find someone cooler. Aw, damn, I was kind of hyped. Tim Duncan's here. This is another thing I don't understand why they got rid of, is being able to pick your assistant coaches and stuff, and then having a bunch of players. We got Ime, but like, remember when they just had a bunch of like real NBA players? Like, they still do it, I think, but it's just not as many anymore. It was so fun. Like, I know some people don't get into it, but when I'm doing my league on my own, I love signing like all the bench or the coach positions. I think it's so fun. And like when you're deep into it, my league, and you have like all your former players on the coaching staff, I think that's so dope. But they got rid of it for some reason. We got a full coaching staff. Tim Duncan wouldn't sign for anything, so we did draft a overseas player, 20 years old, 6'9". We'll retain the rights. We're gonna accept Shea's team option, of course, and the free agent class is headlined by AD. It does look like he's going to go back to the Lakers. DeRozan back to the Spurs. Siakam to the Suns. Okay, got something brewing over there. Andre doesn't even have an offer. Obviously, we aren't gonna have money to make that happen. Yeah, because we are 20 mil over the cap. I tried looking at it, see if we could, but there's just no way. Damn, we can't even bring Dwight back. He wants 21 mil. We just signed you for 6, brother. All right, so AD did go back to the Lakers. Siakam ended up going back to the Raptors. The Grizzlies get Andre Drummond. Buddy Hield back to the Kings. Gallinari to the Heat. Montrez replaces Andre. Or no, we traded him, right? We traded him to the Pistons. Oh no, damn, he had a great year with OKC last year. So he was the Shea trade, but he goes over to the Pistons. Paul Millsap takes Siakam's spot as the person who accepted the Suns offer. And then we signed Shabazz Napier. We literally just signed him to trade him. We're able to give him 5 mil. So just here to see if there's anything worthwhile. And honestly, not really. So we're just going to take this 3-star pick or 2.5-star from the Knicks. Boom. So looking at the roster, we probably need backups at the shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and we ideally get a better center, but that's just probably wishful thinking. We'll go grab Allen Crabbe. He has decent perimeter defense as well. As he can shoot the 3-ball. The center position, there's really nobody. We can go get Joakim though, I guess. They both sign, of course. We'll also go grab Matthew Dellavedova. We need some vets. Torrey Craig was already 29 here. That's kind of crazy. He's still in the league. We'll bring back Bees. And you know what? If we couldn't get Andre Drummond, we'll go get Greg Monroe, the greatest Pistons center of all time. All right, we got 14 players. That's good. Player progression's probably going to be ugly. All of our guys are old. Paul George goes down, but I think that's just because I changed his position to the shooting guard. Blake stays the same. Shea goes up 4. Zubac up a couple. Brunson up 1. Cool. Oh wait, training camps are still a thing. I miss these, bro. Oh, we only get 1. Damn. Blake, all these guys' potentials are good. So I'm gonna up Jalen Brunson's. Hopefully he becomes a player for us. This year it's gonna just be more of the same, I assume. They want us to play Melly, but we're gonna play Beasley instead. We're gonna also get rid of like these guys' minutes. We're gonna ask a lot from the starting 5, but I think that's all right. They're a good team. And it's not like they get injured or anything. Nah, it doesn't matter because it's injuries are off. But if this was real life, asking them to play 38, 37, Blake playing 40 minutes a night, I don't think that would work. At the end of November, we are 15-2. Blake's averaging about 27, 9, and 7.5. Kawhi back up to your leading scorer. Paul George up to 21, and Brunson's at 13. Shea's at 12. Both of them shooting well. Both of them are very similar, like are playing very similar right now. So I like that. At the trade deadline, we are 37-13. Good enough for first. The Lakers right behind us. Kyle Kuzma's at 86 overall. Blake currently with 26, 8.8, and 7 assists. 47 from the field, 30 from 3 only. So he's definitely regressed a bit. D'Lo, number 9 in the league in scoring at 26 a game. 3.5 rebounds, 6 assists. Kawhi right there at 10. God, it's so weird going back to these and seeing who is on these lists because everything is normal and then you just get to D'Lo at 9. That's kind of wild. Any other surprises? Not really. DeMarcus Cousins did end up going to Denver like he did in real life. He's playing phenomenally. Ben Simmons falling down a little bit. RJ Barrett here at 25. Trey at 26. Anybody else? Montrez 20 a game. Luka all the way down at number 35 in the league. Already a 92 overall at 21 years old. Clay, Kemba, Oladipo. Damn. Gordon Hayward's here. Darius Garland 18 a game already for him. And then this kid who I assume is a rookie, 24 years old, 74 overall, averaging 18 a game for the Heat too. He's not, I don't think they can't be bad, right? They're number 2 in the league or the conference. They got MPJ off the bench. Does he already have his bad contract? It is a bad contract. I don't know if it's the one he's on right now. Hero's here, only averaging 10. Interesting. I don't think we're gonna make any trades. We're still really good. So go to the end of the year. Okay, we are losing a bit though. So Shea won't re-sign. Paul George and Brunson both want to test free agency. Blake's undecided. Oh God. LeBron is your MVP at 33 a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. There was no way we were touching that. He shot 55, 41, 70 from free throw. Not great, but rookie of the year, this kid. D'Lo is your 6th man. Oh my God, I forgot. Since he's on the Warriors, he's coming off the bench. Kawhi, again, defensive player. Kenny Atkinson, coach of the year. Interesting. First team, usual suspects, I guess, except Arthur Hart. Oh wait, that's rookie first. Don't play me like that, 2K. Second team, Blake, All-NBA. Third team, Kawhi, defensive first. Both Kawhi and Paul George. All right, we got Memphis Memphis in round 1. They got Ja. Nobody else really that I'm worried about. Although they do got Andre. They got Jaren and Valanciunas, Bogdanovich, Jahlil Okafor. Okay, so maybe some stuff to worry about. But like, let's just put Paul George on them. And we do beat them in 5. We got Golden State in round 2. Only matchup changes I'm gonna make is have Paul George on Steph Curry. Clay get guarded by Kawhi. Iggy can get guarded by Shea. Up 3-1, and we win 4-1 as well. So we got our rematch in the conference finals with Portland. Dame up to a 96. Steven Adams up to an 85. Nurkic 86. Brandon Knight, Pistons legend. But we should be good here, honestly. Oh, whoa. I lied. We aren't good. Who are we getting torched by? CJ, Dame, Rodney Hood? Rodney Hood? Yeah, it's probably Raps. Yeah, I waited too long to make the adjustments, and we lose in the conference finals. Your NBA champions are the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving and KD. Okay, Jamal Crawford, we're going to overrate his retirement, make him play another year. Paul Millsap just tried to retire. The Denver, okay. I was like, what is going on here? The Kings get the first pick. We have 14 from Dallas. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Carson Edwards. All right, we're going to trade for Bismack Biyombo for our first round pick. Should be fine. He gives us some depth at the center position. Dang, the Kings sold. They drafted a 23-year-old 70 overall. He has A- potential though. Damn. Team player options. Paul George declines. Blake Griffin declines, but Shea accepts. We're going to extend the offer to Torrey Craig. Let's go see if we can get our guys back. So Paul George does have a real offer on the table. We got to give him all that we can, and that does put us as number 1. Blake also has good offers, but the best one isn't even that good, so we will just do this, and that does have us as the best. As long as we can just retain those two, I feel good. Reginald Hampton, already up to a 75. I would like to keep him. And we did sign back both Blake and Paul George, so we are good there. Shea's back on the team. I didn't realize Morale is on, but whatever. Can I turn that off? Okay, I turned Morale all the way off. Or like just so that it doesn't affect anything. Who's Jordan Lloyd? 27? Sure. Come play with us, Jordan. The Blazers did match it. We signed Danny Green as well as Darren Collison. Just trying to get some players on this roster, bro. We'll go get Trevor Ariza. He's a good vet. Bring back our boy Bees. All right, so we signed some guys to literally just trade them, but I want to do it before player progression hits. We traded Gortat from a first from the Suns. We'll take a Knicks first for Rodney McGruder. So player progression hits. Blake's up to a 90. He didn't regress, so that's at least cool. Shea's up to an 86. Darren Collison, Trevor Ariza, Danny Green, and Michael Beasley all regress. To be expected. Can I have some training camps, please? I'm gonna hit Brunson with the potential camp again. And we need to make some trades, I think, just to kind of fill out this team. Last year felt like a wasted opportunity. RJ Barrett's still a free agent, as is Jarrett Allen, Nerlens Noel. Yeah, they won't come sign. Another thing 2K should bring back is in the regular season, when you go to try and sign these guys, it doesn't tell you what they expect. So if you want to go like ask a guy, you have to like legitimately go through and click on every player to see what they are expecting to get. They have it in free agency still, like in the off season, but in the regular season, you just kind of got to guess. OG's here. Damn. Current day Clipper Chris Dunn wants too much money. Yeah, we need a guy like here at that range, and then at that point, it's not even worth it. Let's go see what we can get for some of these guys. LeBron Nash? That is a name I remember. I think I have like a high school basketball magazine with him in it. Okay, so honestly, nobody wants our players, which kind of is to be expected. We don't have like the deepest, best team. I do want to go maybe trade one of our centers, probably Myers Leonard, because I think he is a racist, if I remember correctly. So probably just don't want him on our team. Well, hold up now. There's some names here. I'm between Mo Bamba, and we'll go see how Wendell Carter's done. Yeah, it's Mo Bamba. That's huge. 84 overall, Mo Bamba. And we get Andre Ingram, the GOAT, back in LA. Mo Bamba's going to start the center. Where you at, Andre? Dang, you're so low on the team you don't even show up. That's not Andre Ingram. They did my boy dirty. Back then, you couldn't even pick gray hair as an option. Damn. Sorry, Andre. Did he ever get a face scan? I don't know. Okay, so everything still looks good. I think 2 years into this, 25 a game, basically has an MVP, got an NBA championship, 2 more All-Stars to his name as well. His first ever first team All-NBA, is that right? Wasn't he like number 5 in MVP? Oh, but it's probably because of the positions. He probably missed out on first team All-NBA because of KD and LeBron, right? Damn. All right, we'll take away some of Darren Collison's minutes as well as Bismack's. Oh, that still didn't really help what we had, because now we have 3 centers in the rotation. We could get Bam, but he's really not as good as you would think. I guess we'll just rock with the 3 centers for now, and if it's bad, it's bad. All right, this is what the rotation looks like, and Blake Griffin is our number 1 scoring option. Okay, so Blake has fallen off a cliff a little bit this year, only averaging under 20 points. Who is taking his shine? Is this Shea? Shea's up to about 16 and 8. 28. Paul George back up to 22. I guess it's just a balanced scoring attack, but we can't have that, 2K. No. I actually don't know how it is that high for all these other guys. Honestly, what it might be is the dish rating I gave Blake. How many assists? No, he's only averaging 6.5 assists. He's only playing 32 minutes. That's what's going on. It's still early in the season. Let's just see if it's getting better or worse. December was his best month, but he's just kind of hovering around that area. You know what it probably is having too many bigs on this roster. So we'll take away Bayambo's minutes, give him to Collison, set Blake's to like 43. Sure, something like that should be fine. We'll just see how his February starts before the All-Star break. All right, so we are at February 10th. It is the trade deadline, and Blake's numbers have gone back up, so I'm sure that is what it is. Yeah, in January, he ended up averaging about 24, 7, and 8, so that makes sense. So what I am going to do is get rid of those centers, at least one, maybe two of them. Bayambo's first on the block. I actually, instead of trading him, there's really not great trades out there. I'm just going to move his secondary position to the small forward, so that way he's playing backup small forward minutes. And then I'm just going to see, does anybody else have power forward as a position? Probably Kawhi, Wilson Chandler. Yeah, so we should be good now. I shouldn't even really have to make trades. So Kawhi will resign. Thank you. Shea wants to test free agency. So does Mo Bamba and Brunson. Ugh. I'm glad I thought of changing those minutes and not having the extra center play, just because one, it's helped the team. We've played better, I think. We're up to 50 wins, and I'm sure Blake's stats look a lot better. And Steph Curry, MVP again, 33 a game, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Sixth man, Dennis Schroeder, defensive player of the year. AD, Nikhil, most improved player. Mike D'Antoni, coach of the year. And Stephen Curry, we already covered. Paul George makes the third team, as does Kawhi. No Blake Griffin. So actually now I'm kind of scared. I don't care about any of the other awards, and we're not even first in the conference. Blake averaged about 23, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I'm actually surprised to see that they had, I guess the steals might have helped Paul. Interesting. All right, we are second seeded, second seeded. They got D Rose, RJ Barrett, Luca. Oh man, this actually could be really tough. We just got swept in the first round. Damn, probably should have edited the rotations a little bit there, but that's okay. That is just a tough Dallas team. Ja Morant, NBA champion and finals MVP. Carmelo, JR retiring. We have the 11th best odds, and we do get that pick from Phoenix. And our new head coach and assistant coach duo is Tim Duncan and Vince Carter. It makes no sense, and they're actually way worse overalls than our current group of coaches, so I don't know, it makes no sense. I did it, whatever. We drafted a point guard in the first round. His potential is a B minus. I don't even care about having him. We also drafted another draft and stash player. We're going to rescind his rights. And why would we not accept this kid? He's up to an 80 overall at 22 years old. Come on over. We are also going to extend the offer to both of these guys, of course. Bronson is an unrestricted free agent. We might not be able to get him. He wants 100 mil. What the hell? Wait, what? We did agree to these deals with them, but now it's saying, am I about to lose them? Oh, I was. Damn. So the only one I signed was Brunson. So the only one I signed long term was Jalen Brunson. That's so lame. But we do bring them both back, and Brunson's on an extremely huge deal that'll keep him here till 2025. Player progression sees Kawhi go down, Paul George regressing a little bit, Blake actually still improving, Shea up to an 89, Mo Bamba 86, Brunson, Zubac, and this Reginald Hampton all in the 80s. I had Blake go to athleticism camp. Obviously that doesn't seem like something he would need, but as he gets older those things will regress, so hopefully that can kind of deter that a little bit. We're just gonna play 8 guys. To me, this team should just be good enough. Like, okay, so we've started the year 13-4. We seem to be better. Blake's at 25 a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Okay, so he's back to normal. Kawhi's still good. Cool. Start of February, now we are 35-11. Blake is your leading scorer. Had a great month of December. Again, I'm just not gonna make trades. I think we're good enough. And James Harden is your MVP. We haven't had a new like MVP since Blake did it. Nothing really exciting. Mike D'Antoni, they finished with a better record than us by 1 game. Damn. Blake again is a first team player. He ended up averaging 26, 7, and 8, 50% from the field, 36 from 3. Pretty good stuff. Kawhi second team. Chris Paul at 37 years old, up to a 90 overall, made the All-NBA third team. Defensive first, both of our wings made it. And Robert Covington, defensive second team at 86 overall. Damn. All right, we got Utah in round 1. Mike Conley's a 94 overall. What is going on with the overalls? Player progression and regression set at 50. Did I accidentally hit something? No. All due respect to Mike Conley, but a 94 overall? Not ever, and definitely not at 35 years old. Rudy Gobert's a 93. Look at these overalls. Everybody has multiple 90s. Markelle Fultz is on the Nuggets. This is the first team I haven't seen with multiple 90s. The Raptors also don't have multiple multiple 90s. Westbrook's up to a 95. Dinwiddie's at an 86 overall. All right, well, we should be okay, I think. And we do win round 1 and 5. We got this dope-ass Dallas team again, who moved RJ Barrett to the bench, who's averaging 26 off the bench, so that they can play Daniel Hamilton, who's averaging 18, 5, 6, and 6. And we gave them Biyombo. That's fun. But yeah, we gotta shorten the bench. We're gonna take away Hampton's minutes. Play Bamba 36, Shea up to 36, Paul George 38, 40 for Kawhi. We can just play Shea 37. All right, game 1 we win. Kawhi had 40. Game 2 we win. 5 guys with 20 points. Blake only had 3 points. He only played 22 minutes. Okay, Timmy, do you have lineup perform? No. Wait, did he foul out? Yes, he did foul out. We had 3 players foul out. Damn. Game 3 we win. Okay, simulate game did pop up there. Triple double for Blake. I want to see, have his triple doubles gone up a lot? He had 6 this year, 8 the year before, 13 the year before, 12 the year before that. Okay, much better. So if I hit Simcast and then hit simulate game, okay, interesting. Kristaps had 37 and another triple double, 40, 10, and 10 for Blake. Tremendous game. Close them out. Are we about to have to play this Houston Rockets team? Yes, we do. We got Kobe Monroe, who's good. Matt McCoy, solid. Clint Capella's up to a 90. They also signed Jarrett Allen, Kem Birch. Oh my gosh, this guy from the Nets, right? Yeah. So they have a really good team. No shocker there. Okay, the Rockets. All right, we'll put Paul George on Russ, and then Harden can get guarded by Kawhi. Game 1, we lose. Harden had 32 and 8. Russ with a triple-double. Oh, man. Game 2, we win. Dude, look at Russ, bro. Blake had 33 and 8, though. Our guy showed up. Pivotal game 3. Take control of this series. We're up by 20 plus with 4 minutes left, and we win by 18. Blake 24, 8 and 8. 23, 8, 3 and 1 for Paul George. 19, 6, 6, 3 and 1 for Kawhi. And Harden had a decent game. Russ, nowhere to be found. Didn't foul out. He just didn't play very well. 8, 11, and 7. I guess he played well. He just didn't do much. They do tie it up at 2. Blake had a great game. This Kobe Monroe, man, really good for them. Game 5, we do win. 3-2 series lead. Harden had 38, but leading the way for us was Brunson. Another triple-double for Blake, and the rest of the guys just kind of filled in where they needed to. Game 6, we lose. Okay, Shea led the way. Kawhi right behind him, but Kobe Monroe. So this was a lower scoring game. I lied. 122 to 102, but only 2 players scored over 20 points. Damn. They just had really balanced scoring. All right, game 7 to take on the Hornets in the finals. It was a 7-8 seed over in the East. I didn't even realize that. Who do they have? They got Lonzo Ball instead of LaMelo. They got this Johan Larson, Kevin Knox, John Isaac. This is like the what could have been team. Lonzo, Kevin Knox, John Isaac. I bet Karis LeVert's averaging 20. No. All right, game 7 to basically see who's gonna win the finals, if we're being honest. We're up early, up late, 2 minutes left, and they don't make a run. We win this by 10. Blake 24, 9 and 6, 22, 3 and 8 for Shea. Paul George 21, 8 and 5, 27 and 9 for Kawhi. 31, 5 and 12 for Westbrook. And Harden not really helping his case. Biggest game of his career probably. 19, 4 and 10 on 6 of 18 shooting. And we get to play this Hornets team that I'm not really too worried about. We go up 2-0, 3-0. Game 4 on the road, blowing them out. We are going to win again. 19-point win. And it looks like Kawhi might have gotten it this year. No, Blake, still your finals MVP, averaged 23, 8.5 and 7. Bunch of retirements of pretty famous players. Pop retires, Rick Carlisle, Dwayne Casey, Coach Bud. These are all people that are still like in the league, except for Coach Pop. Hopefully he gets better. I mean, he's still in the league, but he's no longer coaching. Draft lottery, we ended up with the 10th pick. We'll probably look to trade that, I assume, unless I can find somebody. You know what? Yeah, we'll go make a pick for once instead of just letting the CPU do it. So we are at pick 10. This kid, we have 99% rated or scouted. He has a B overall. His athleticism is okay and his potential is an A+. Why did he fall to us? Okay, so he's only a 74. I was like, did we just get the steal of the draft? But he seems okay. He could be decent. We're gonna decline. We don't need this 70 overall, unless what's his potential? It's a B+. Sure. We need some cost controlled contracts on the roster, as we might lose Shea and Zubac this year, I believe it was. So yeah, we got Shea's bird rights. He has no offer, so that's awesome. Zubac, yeah, let's just offer all these guys if we can. Okay, so we couldn't sign Mo. Does that lose our bird rights on him? No. Okay, so maybe the new game seems a lot more, or the newer games seem like a lot more forgiving of this. I think I would rather have Mo Bamba, as crazy as that sounds, than any of the guy or the other bigs that we have. Boogie's here. Yeah, I'll do this. Oh wait, but his contract's more expensive, so that's actually stupid. Can't do a Boogie. All right, this has to be the move. We get a 2nd round pick and a 24-year-old 22-year-old center who's still pretty good, way cheaper. Can we go bring back Mo Bamba now? Yes, and we will. Perfect. Oh, the Hawks matched our offer for Caruso. We were about to have him for 3 years. Oh my gosh, we're getting cooked right now. Fred VanVleet will accept the minimum offer, but K-Love being without LeBron improved his career again. He got back up to where he was. Tried offering him a deal. He didn't want to accept a minimum deal to play with us. All right, let's go to player progression. It's probably going to be bad for our top level guys. Yeah, Paul George and Kawhi both go down, but Blake kind of sitting pretty. I'm sure like draw foul and all those like athletic stats are going down. Yeah, down 5, but still 90 overall. I sent Jalen Brunson to perimeter defensive camp. I don't know. That center that we just traded, his perimeter defense is actually pretty solid. I think we're gonna let the team sign some guys for us. The Thunder went out and signed Kevin Love to pair with Valanciunas, Chris Paul, Robert Watkins, Dennis Schroeder. Man, I want Chris Paul here, but I'm not giving up Blake, or I really don't want to give up Brunson either. All right, we are 22-10. It was a bad start, but we've picked it up. Blake's averaging 25, 8, and 7, so kind of what we've expected. I am curious with him having been so good these last few years where he is in the league history. So LeBron is first in points, but Blake's got to be like climbing, man. Multiple years of 25 a game in these later years. Yeah, it hasn't been number 40. He's at 22,000. It'll be really tough to even get to like 30. Yeah, he'll not make the top 10, but he might make like the top 15. Actually, that's gonna be tough because Russ and Steph are still kicking it. We'll make his goal to be to pass his coach. I do keep forgetting to make sure that he's an all-star every year. Doesn't make Team Giannis. Does he make Team LeBron? Yes. Yeah, so he's been an all-star each of the last 3 seasons. Trae Young's on the Heat in this. Josh Richardson's up to an 85 overall. Terry Rozier's also on the Heat. Jeremy Grant. Okay, Alonzo Trier, another name I haven't heard of forever. And he does have a face scan in this game. I thought I remember him never having a face scan. We do win 60 games. 61. Giannis, MVP. Is that? Nope, it's his second one. So again, we haven't had a guy win the MVP that hasn't in real life, except for Blake Griffin. Sixth man of the year goes to MPJ, and coach of the year goes to Sidney Lowe, who I'm assuming coaches the Bucks. First team, nothing too crazy. Second team is all created players. That's just, oh, that's rookie. Oh my god. So all NBA second team, Blake Griffin, and all NBA third team, Trae Young, Lonzo Ball. Defensive first, each Paul George and Kawhi make it, and we are back in the playoffs. So we are again second seeded. This Dallas team, first seeded. They got DeJounte, Luka, Kristaps, Biyombo, RJ Barrett off the bench, Daniel Hamilton, Derrick Rose off the bench. This Kings team that we're playing has De'Aaron Fox, Malcolm Brogdon, who are each in the 90s, Marvin Bagley at 90, Jay Hayward at center. My god, all these teams, like what is going on? There's no regression in this league. All right, this is where we're going with. Each of the starters are going to play big minutes, and then the bench, not really. We win round 1 and 7. Oh my god, I kind of slept on stopping it, but doesn't matter. We won 28 a game for Blake. Also, I want to check again the triple doubles. He had 5 this year, so he's actually probably pretty decently high on the all-time record. Yeah, he's number 10 just because he's kind of gotten 5, 6 each year. He's higher than James Harden in this. All right, we have Houston in round 2. This was a tough matchup last year, to say the least. Game 1 we lose by 1 point. 42, 10, and 9 for Blake. 28, 8, and 18 for Harden. Westbrook. Okay. Game 2 we win. Shea had 26. Blake a triple double with 5 steals. Game 3 we win by 17. 29, 8, and 8 for Blake. Can we go up 3-1? Yes. 33, 11, and 9 for Blake Griffin. Shot 1 of 10 from 3. Take away those 10 threes, and he's 11 for 16. That's crazy. Yeah, pretty normal stuff there. And can we win in 5? No, they take game 5. 13 assists from Harden. This McCoy led the way. He's a 78. Damn. Kobe Monroe, 20 and 6. They have Anthony Simons off the bench too. And we do win at 6. They didn't force game 7. We won this one by 39 points. 34, 6, 9, and 4 for Blake. 27, 5, and 5 for Paul George. Kawhi pitched in with 26. Brunson with 21 and 11. 14 and 12 for Shea. And a double-double for Mo Bamba. We have to take on Phoenix, who is 4th seeded. They got Joe Chielley, who I don't even remember hearing of. He's an undrafted point guard. Real guy, though, so that's cool. Booker. Miles Bridges at the 3. Aaron Gordon at the 4. 95 overall DeAndre Ayton at the 5, who's averaging 20 and 11. Bobby Portis off the bench. All right, game 1 we win. win by 12. Balanced game. Game 2, we win 20 plus, 38 for Kawhi, 34, 9, and 10 for Blake. Game 3, we win as well, 18 and 11 for Ayton, but 36 and 6 for Blake with 5 blocks, 19 and 14 for Shea, 10 and 13 for Brunson, 9 and 17 for Mo Bamba. And in game 4, we lose. Damn, I was hoping we took it there. 35, 7, and 5 for Ayton, 31, 3, and 6 for Booker. Blake didn't have his best game. And we do win in 5 though. 33 and 12 for Bamba, 30 and 10 for Blake, 26, 7, 5, and 5 for Kawhi, 17, 5, and 9 for Shea. And the rest of the guys kind of did their thing. Nobody scored over 25 for the Suns. Over here we have the 3 and 4 seed matching up, and it is the Bucks. So we do get a Giannis matchup who's playing the 3 for them. Oof. They got Derek Favors, Hassan Whiteside, Kyle Lowry at the point. This Blue, I don't know how to say. He's also undrafted, up to an 82 overall. Carson Edwards on the bench for them. We just gotta stop Giannis, and we should be okay. Game 1, we win by a lot. Yeah, this should be good. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we win. Come on, give us a good game. We lose by 5. I kind of checked my phone, so I didn't get to stop. Chance to put them away on our home floor, and we will. Damn. And we do win it by 26. Blake's probably going to be your finals MVP again. He was. Averaged 28, 9, and 8. 3 blocks a game on 50 and 43 shooting splits. Pretty happy about that. Is he gonna start talking about retiring? LeBron tried to. Marcus All's trying to. Dwayne makes the Hall of Fame, gets his jersey retired. Draft lottery, we end up with we don't have a pick. It went to the Thunder. All right, so Blake is 35 years old. He's had a good run. We've got him a couple championships, right? 3-time NBA champion, bunch more All-Star games. He has the 1 MVP, 2 first-team All-NBAs. My dog says hi. And he's 35, so I have to assume we're getting close to regression years. Also, I don't remember where I left off recording. I just had a 40-minute phone call. I do remember the last thing I did show you. I was at the staff signing, and we did fire Vince Carter, who was our assistant coach last year. The thought was if I fire him, I could hopefully promote him to assistant GM. He didn't want that, so instead we got Carmelo as our assistant coach. We also hired Nick Van Exel as a head scout, and Ime Udoka is back as our assistant GM. The Spurs got an 83-year overall, 19-year-old, 6'7" shooting guard. He's gonna come in and be good right away. Damn. We're gonna accept Terrence Stewart's team option. Reginald Hampton, we will send him a qualifying offer, and we're not gonna do anything in free agency. We don't have any money, so we have 10 players. We'll let the team sign the rest of the guys. Kawhi down to a 95. Blake starting to regress in certain areas. Mo Bamba improving. Jalen Brunson up to an 85 overall. Terrence Stewart 85. And Shea is up to a 91. Paul George down to an 89. Damn. I am going to send Blake to perimeter defense camp, I think, because his perimeter defense just went down a bunch. Oh, we get 2 training camps. Thank you. Yeah, so that didn't really help all that much. That was probably a waste. We'll also go to untapped potential for Shea. Give him an A+. He already had an A+. Damn, that was a waste. Waste of some training camps right there. Damn. Even though Shea's gotten so much better, his shot tendency hasn't gone up, so we're going to up it. So we are 12 and 3 to start, and I'm just curious. Blake's averaging about 24. Pretty solid. So we are 39 and 12. Kawhi leads the team in scoring barely. Blake right behind him, averaging 7.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists. Pretty good stuff. Did he make the All-Star game this year? I think so. Or no, maybe not. I think he already had 11. What year is this? This is 2025, so I don't think he got selected. I'm upping Blake's minutes up to 47, because why not? Yeah, I don't think he got selected to the All-Star game, but I guess we'll double check. Oh no, he did. He's on the bench. 13-time All-Star. Perfect. He's easily going to get his jersey retired with the Clippers, although it's probably going to be 23, because I think that's what he's been wearing this whole time. Let's go fix that. Ben Simmons wins MVP, so that's our first real surprise one. And 6-man D'Lo again, I think. Yep. Tim Duncan is your coach of the year, 56 and 26. First team looks like that. All-NBA second team, Blake Griffin. Third team, Luka and Kristaps. Defensive second team, Paul George. Defensive first, Kawhi. Cool. We are first seeded with only 56 wins, so I think the league's kinda evening out. Blake averaged 23 on the dot, 7.6 rebounds and assists, 48 from the field, 34 from 3. Another great year. I am curious now to see total points. Is he in the top 15? Did he pass Timmy? No, so he's at 25, 222. To pass Tim, really just one more good season. To pass Elvin Hayes, maybe a great season. He could easily get in the top 15 next year. I feel like we're gonna simulate this first round. I'm not too worried. We do sweep them. Golden State over here. Curry's still in 99. Clay's 92. Randall 91. Kevon Looney did spend a year away from them, I believe. Couple years. Found his way back. D'Lo's pretty good. Jordan Poole shooting 52% from 3. Pretty good team. I like our chances. chances though. We do sweep them, and then we got Dallas in round 3, 90, 92, 97, 84. Jabari Parker, okay, he found his way back. Okay, that's pretty dope. Can we beat them though? And we beat them in 7 to take on the Heat. Jimmy at the 3 for them. Honestly, the rest of the team is not that great. I mean, Trey's averaging 33. Let's we'll shorten this rotation a little. Put Paul George on Trey, and then on Jimmy we'll go with Kawhi. We win game 1, win game 2, lose game 3. Trey had a good one. We kind of struggled. We lose game 4 as well. 41, 4, and 8 from Trey. We'll simcast this one. Winner goes up 3-2. We gotta win this at home. 60 seconds left. We go up 6. We're only up 3 with 37 seconds left. We'll hop in. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Let's see if they do anything for the NBA Finals. I don't think have I hopped into a Finals game yet? Doesn't look like they do. Yeah, nothing on the court, nothing special. But the court looks good, man. I know that's stupid, but I hate how the courts look. And we get an easy bucket to Brunson. That gives us a 5-point lead with 30 seconds left. Shea to Brunson. Could have been in the finals this year, but instead it's in the finals on our team. Player of the game, Blake Griffin, 23 points. Jimmy gets the inbound. Jay Crowder gets it back. Crowder to Trey, and the Heat call timeout. Wasted of a timeout there. They used their last one. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Trey looking bare as hell with no sleeves. What is this? Why is there just little kids spread around? Are they about to do nothing, or is he just gonna stand there? All right, little Timmy, shout out you. Little Timmy was our timeout entertainment. Jimmy inbounds to Lloyd. Lloyd gets a pretty good look at it. Mid-range jumper does go. It's a 3-point game. Is Miami not gonna foul? I know it's a 1-possession game. Shea, slow it down. What are you doing? They're double. Okay, no. This is just weird. This is bad. This is a bad decision by Spo retired. Blake catches it. Interior pass to Paul George. Paul George tries to yam it. Michael Porter Jr. with the block. Miami going the other way. Trey's gonna take a layup. Oh my god. 3-point. Green! No way! What the? We just sold. We could have held till there was 3 seconds left. That is wild. We literally could have held the ball till there was 3 seconds left. Blake felt the double, and instead of Paul George like maybe kicking this out or something, he tries to go up. Michael Porter Jr. with the block of the century. Trey, for some reason, was going for a 2. Kicks it out with 1.5 left, and this auto-generated fucker who doesn't even finish his release before it's out of his hands just greened on us. In Blake's eye, mind you. The cheerleaders are frozen too. What are we doing? All right, we'll hop back into sim. Okay, we take a 4-point lead. It's only 3 minute 30 left. 3-point lead. Also gave Blake his like OG Clippers look with just the 2 wristbands. Mid-range jumper, which he has a horrible rating at, and I lowered his shot tendency. He just pulls it, hits it. We're up 5. Hey, timeout. Our old assistant, Stefan Castle, Sam Cassell, it made his way over to the Clippers. And then our first look at our head coach, Tim Duncan, and then our assistant, Melo. Trey Young bodies Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's kind of embarrassing, but that's all right. Shea brings it up the floor, gets right around Trey, half spin, throws it inside to Blake. Blake's dunking that all day. 5-point lead. Stolen by Shea. Trey trying to do too much. Shea kicks it to Paul George for 3. Can't get it to go. Come on, PG. Michael Porter Jr. the other way, lays it right in. 3-point game. We still have a lead. A bucket here is going to make it really tough for them. You got Mo Bamba wide open. He can shoot a little bit. We open. What is going on? What a pass. Blake Griffin. Blake no longer catching the oops. He's the one throwing them. This is an insane pass. That's what happens when you give him a high dish rating. Let's go. A stop here will end the game. Jimmy to pass it in. Gets it into that Fitzgerald dude who sent us to OT. To Jimmy for the midi. That's a green. 3-point game. They aren't going to foul again. We're going to get another last second shot, bro. Shea drives right around Trey and then tosses it to PG. He doesn't get blocked this time. 25 seconds left, and we do have a 5-point lead. Did I just see a Maj Shumpert? That is him, right? I think we got Rudy Gay too. I didn't even check out like the end of our bench. All right, Miami to inbound, 25 seconds left, down 5. They get it to MPJ. MPJ had Fitzgerald on a cut there. Cross by MPJ, pump fake, nothing doing. Kicks it out to Trey. Trey gets fouled by Mo Bamba. I think draft classmates, if I remember correctly. Maybe Bamba was the year before. I can't remember. First free throw's up and good. Second one up and good as well. Blake to inbound, gets it into the free throw merchant himself, and we should be okay. Trey's got 5 fouls. Both free throws up and good. Trey passes it to Lloyd. Lloyd to Butler. Butler to Lloyd. fadeaway three, no good. Michael Porter Jr. gets the rebound. Lloyd again has a good contest, and that'll do it. We go up 3-2 in the NBA Finals. One game away from number 4 for Blake Griffin. He finished with the triple-double, 29, 12, and 13. A really big midi. I can't remember if it was an OT or late in the fourth quarter. He also had a nice dunk. We have surged a bit. 3 minutes left. We're up 13, and we are going to win our 4th NBA championship. I just feel like this game looks so much better than 2K now. Like all the stuff that I don't like about 2K right now, this just does better. I like the movement, honestly. I know I might be in the minority here, but I actually prefer 2K25's like movement, shooting, all that. But like to see like the saturation and everything just looks so much better here is just wild to me, because I don't even remember really loving this game when it was out. I barely played it. 10 seconds, we're gonna try and get Blake a bucket. Pump fakes, goes up on Jake Crowder, gets it to go, even with the good contest. I had to get one. I was hoping to get a dunk, but that's all right. We win championship number 4 for Blake. He's going into his age 36 season, so he might be winding down. He again is the finals MVP, 25 a game, 7 boards, 10 assists. Great stuff. Will he be retiring? No, LeBron did, and I can't override it. Did make it to age 40 though, and still no Blake Griffin, so we have at least 2 more seasons. Michael Malone retired, JB Bickerstaff, James Borrego, LeBron and LA both make the Hall of Fame. So it honestly kind of seems like making the Hall of Fame might be easier. No disrespect to LA, but I would say Blake's 100% going to make it. We end up with the 30th pick, of course. Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant are both in this free agency class, along with DeAndre Ayton, Dame Lillard, Russ, 93 overall, Mike Conley at 37 years old, John Collins, a 93. We're going to sim a little bit of free agency and just see where those guys end up. AD went to Chicago, which I believe is his hometown, right? KD goes to the Lakers with DeAndre Ayton, as the Lakers just moved on from LeBron and AD for KD and DeAndre Ayton. Lillard over to the Nuggets. Westbrook over to... let me try that again. Westbrook stays with the Rockets. John Collins over to the Nets. Zach LaVine replaces Dame in Portland. Andre Drummond joins the Spurs. RJ Barrett leaves the Mavs, which is awesome to see. Watkins joins the Thunder. CJ also leaves the Blazers, joins the Grizzlies. Mikal Bridges over to the Lakers. Damn, that Lakers team might be scary. Let's go check them out. They're starting a 26-year-old at point, Mikal at the 2, KD at the 3, no 4s, and they got DeAndre Ayton, so they barely have anybody on their team. Play progression, Kawhi continues to go down. Blake goes down 1. Shea's up to a 92. Bamba 89. Brunson stays at 85. Paul George down to an 87. So yeah, we're starting to get there with some of these players where it's like probably time to start thinking about wrapping it up. This is the 2026 season. This is literally would be next year in real life, and Blake's still an 89 overall in this. The 2025-26 season. What am I excited for in this season? You know what? The one thing I've said, I'm a Pistons fan a bunch of times. The thing I'm most excited for, even though I don't think any of the rumors are going to happen, like the fact that the Pistons are even getting mentioned in like the KD and Giannis things, it's just cool, man. Like for real, like as a Pistons fan, like growing up, so I started watching like 2010, 2011. We don't get like mentioned in any free agency things like since I've been watching. I remember the biggest free agent signing I remember us getting is Josh Smith, and I thought, me and my cousin thought we were like, we won the lottery. We could not believe it. It looked like it was gonna be so sick. And you know, year 13, so I'm just thinking Josh Smith's like an 86 in 2K13. Like I don't give a fuck about no fit. I don't care. I think he'll fit next to Andre and Greg Monroe. That'll work because they're all good players. They're all good in 2K. So like, yeah, but it didn't work, of course. First things first, we gotta sign Blake. We'll give Blake this 4-year extension. Boom. We'll also sign Brunson, make sure he's on the team, make sure we get Kawhi then, and then Paul George. Okay. But yeah, so just like I saw Kendrick Perkins was talking and saying like, yo, okay, go call Giannis up, basically. The fact that that's even like a sentence is just crazy to me. I have no faith that that would happen, but best believe if it does, we are doing a Pistons rebuild. If not a whole fucking my league. And we win 60 plus games again. Jokic, your MVP. So is this his first? Yeah, that's his first in this. 6-man D'Lo again, defensive player of the year, Giannis, and coach of the year, Timmy again. Second team, Blake Griffin. Third team, Shea, who averaged 22 and 10. Damn. Did he? I saw he had a bunch of awards. What is that? Oh, an NBA champion. Third team All NBA. First time ever for him. Dang, like look at so many of these guys who will not be on these lists next year. Oladipo at 33 years old was defensive second team in this. Ben at 29. Thibault, man, at 29. 87 overall. All right, we do have to go against this Lakers team. They did bring back Kuzma. Has he been here the whole time? Yeah. Daniel Hamilton as an 86 overall. Tim Hardaway Jr. Pretty decent team. Okay. aka KD. What the hell? We might not win this year. All right, we're going to sim the rest of the series, and we immediately lose. Damn. I upped the rotation to have our best players play the whole game, and then switched a bunch of matchups. The Spurs are your NBA champions, and Mike Conley just won Finals MVP. Who did the Spurs have? I know they just got Drummond. They got Mike Conley, Drummond, and then a bunch of auto-generated. They got Derek White, who made his way back to San Antonio after spending a couple years away. He got Robert Williams. Good little team for them. That's dope. All right, honestly, I'm kind of hoping Blake retires. Chris Paul retires. Westbrook. Chris Paul went back to Houston for a year. Steph Curry's trying to retire. We might not be able to bring this Stewart guy back. Yeah, we're cooked. Terrence Stewart is not going to be back. All right, we're going to go to player progression and then try and make some trades because I think that's our only option. All right, Paul George down to an 85. Kawhi down to a 92. So Shea is the best player on the team. Blake stayed right at 89. The one guy I really want to get here, even though he's old as dirt in this, Chris Paul would be so cool. He's making 42 M's though. Who pays you 42 M's? Eric Pascal. Look how small his head looks. All right, let me get rid of one of these centers maybe. We're still 3 mil. We might have to get rid of both of them. All right, would they do this? Probably. Bro, I did not give him a no trade clause. You are not getting a no trade clause, brother. Oh, can you not fucking edit that? You might not be able to edit that. Yeah, unless I'm missing it. I don't think you can edit if he has a no trade clause or not, which is so buns. Okay, it only took 2 first-round picks and Paul George, but we do get Chris Paul. We're gonna move the 6'6" Shea over to the 2, and he does go up. So we did reunite Blake Griffin and Chris Paul in LA. So Chris Paul still a 90, starts at the point guard. I want to see him. Yeah. Shea at the 2, Kawhi at the 3, Blake at the 4, Mo Bamba at the 5, Brunson off the bench. We're gonna go 8 deep. That way Blake can still play his 40, and then we'll have Shea to 37. Off to a slow start this year. Started off 7-7. Now we're back down to 9-9. As long as we don't go under. Oh, we went under 500. Can we like heat up, fellas? Let's go on a win streak. Okay, we are. Thank God. Okay, so we are 20-11. Blake still averaging about 22, 7-7. Shea 24-10, and Kawhi and Chris Paul right behind him. Pretty good stuff. Blake was an all-star again, and we just killed the Portland Trailblazers. Also Nurkic ended up in Portland again. Yeah, just everybody had a good game. We finished the season. Oh, Kyrie MVP. Damn, averages 34 a game. I guess without AD there. Hero again, 6-man. Giannis, Depoy again. Kenny Atkinson, coach of the year again. First team, Blake Griffin remakes the first team. 22 a game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Really, honestly, not that great. Kevin Morgan was the first overall pick in 2021. He averaged 30 a game for the second time in his career. Defensive second team, Kawhi. We are the first seed going against the Warriors with Julius Randle and K Love, and 97 overall D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, just get us over. We lost in round 1. And Kyrie, another NBA championship. So now Chris Paul is gonna retire again. Blake, retire. Blake, you're 38 years old, bro. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna turn everything on auto, and wherever Blake goes, whatever happens, because I am running out of time to finish this video. So the Clippers in 2027 still have a pretty similar rotation. I don't really see anybody they brought in except Austin Rivers, but really just the same thing. I'm not controlling anything. I'm gonna let them and see how things go. And without me doing anything, Blake does not make the All-Star game, but the team is very good. 34-16, much better than they were at this time last year. The team really hasn't done anything significant. Jalen Brunson moved into the starting point guard. Shea at the 2, Kawhi and Blake. Oh, Chris Paul. Oh, he retired. That's right. I forgot about that. I was like, where's Chris Paul? And the team will just barely miss 60 wins. That Kevin Morgan dude ends up being the MVP. Tim Duncan, still coach of the year. First team looks like this. Second team, this. And third team, Shea makes it. Good for him. Defensive second team, Kawhi. We are first seeded. We'll check out how Blake did. He averaged about 17, 6, and 6. He has to be like close to the top 10 all-time scoring, I believe. He is outside at number 14. He has 30,000 points. To get to number 10, he would have to score almost 3,000 more, so it's going to be tough to catch MJ, but with a year or 2 left, he could at least get there, but we'll see the playoffs now. And are the Clippers, they lose in round 1 again. Damn. Shea in the playoffs had a bad round. Bamba down. Blake averaged about 27, 6, and 5, and then Kawhi about 17.5. So Blake was really the bright spot in the playoffs, I'd say. Looks like a lot of it was only upsets over here, actually. Every high seed lost. And the Knicks will win the finals in 7 games against the Pelicans. Caleb and Vucevic retire. Covington, Kelly Olynyk, and still at 38, Blake Griffin decides to not retire. All right, Blake is still the starter. He's down to an 86 overall. Team pretty much the same though. So it'll probably be a good regular season, but maybe not. Team started off pretty bad, but we're turning around a little bit. Wow, this is the latest we've been under 500. Can Timmy turn it around? Okay, a big win streak there to go 2 games over. Right back to even. They made the All-Star game, and that is it for us. Blake's talking about coming back, so we might be here for a minute. Kyrie again, MVP. Jared Culver, 6th man of the year, averaged 24 a game. Giannis again, defensive player of the year. How many does he have? He is a 6-time defensive player of the year. Kawhi again, defensive second team. How many has he made? He's made 6 second teams, 9 first teams, and the Clippers are the 4th seed. They win round 1 and 6 to go against Dallas, who has Johan Wallgren, Luka at the 3, Kristaps, Bruno Fernando. Yeah, I think they're gonna lose. And they don't win a game. D'Lo finally getting to take over here with Andrew Wiggins, who didn't they get traded for each other? Am I tripping about that? He also took a year off with Orlando to go right back to Minnesota to come over to Golden State. Julius Randle's been here forever now. Jabari Parker putting together a little bit of a career. Klay Thompson's still here. Jordan Poole. And Dallas beats New York in the finals. Kristaps, your finals MVP. Blake. Okay, I literally am not telling you anything. The next thing you see is him retiring because I can't keep doing this. The Clippers did just have their best year in years, though. Although they were the 7th seed, they made it back to the conference finals where they lost. And Blake, as an 86 overall at 41 years old, averaged about 17 this year, 12 in the playoffs. Please tell me you're thinking about retiring, bro. This season will be my last. I think that is a good place to end. Total points in a career, he finished at number 10 with 33,183. He will immediately be surpassed by Anthony Davis next year. But what a career. He's easily going to be in the Hall of Fame. Jokic finals MVP for the Magic, and Blake does retire. So he retires. We're not going to override it, although we could, but we're not going to. He retires at age 41. He had a great year. Staff retirements. Doc retires with him, and Hall of Fame. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Blake Griffin. Blake ended up with a very comparable career with them. I can't look at his stats there, so we'll just look at it here. He was a 1-time MVP, 4-time NBA champion, 14-time All-Star, 3-time first-team All-NBA, 8-time second-team All-NBA, 2-time third-team All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, first team All-Rookie, and number 10 all-time in points. Also, I want to check too, like rebounds, he's probably pretty high. Field goals, he's number 9. 3-pointers, he's actually not. I'm sure he's like not even on here. Wait, I swear I saw him. He's number 66 all-time. Free throws, he's number 29. DeAndre Ayton's already at number 32 in rebounds in this, but Blake 37. Assists, he's actually probably decently high. Number 18. Blocks, he's number 61. Steals, number 60. Number 6 in minutes. Number 19 in turnovers. Points per game, he's somewhere in here. I think it was 22, but for some reason it doesn't show. He's number 11 in games played. Fouls, he's number 3. 40-point games, actually, where did he end up on this? Number 48 with 31. He has at least one 50-point game. I don't know if he ended up with more. He had 2. Triple doubles, though, he's probably high. Top 10. Number 8 with 70. Just barely over Wilt. Very cool. Very fun. So let me outro this video. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun making this. I always have fun doing these Hall of Fame sims, letting players kind of just go buck wild on their teams. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. It means the world to me. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and also let me know if there's anybody from these older 2Ks you would want me to like go and do one of these for. Like even Westbrook in 2K20 would be fun, I think. So please leave a like, leave comments. It all means the world, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.